Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on Fate Zero's second season on episode 8. Now, this episode right here, I remember back then when I first time watched the episode, I was pretty shocked to see what happened in here, especially when I just go, what the hell just happened, etc., you know? And of course, we had to it that Kiritsugu decided to analyze the place to see what happened in the area that Iris Field was kidnapped at. Of course, Maya's death was occurred right there. Saber was chasing Ryder and eventually spotted his chariot. The only thing is that eventually when she catched up to him and decides to face him in combat, eventually, she realizes that Iris Field is not there, and she's wondering what happened to her. And of course, there's a scene that switched to Kiritsugu interrogating one of the Mato family members, and he asks him, where the hell is Mato Kariya, huh? Where is he? And the guy, after being tortured really badly, which is another way how to make a person talk, honestly, he ends up saying that he was going with some person at a judge at a church, and therefore that's when Kiritsugu realizes that that has to be him, etc. And we had to it that Kariya Mato was actually working with Kotomine Kire, and he actually used Berserker with 2 command spells to kidnap Iris Field in a disguise of Ryder, surprisingly. That's his magic power. And we see to it, of course, Saber defeats Ryder with Excalibur, and I think either she missed him or ends up maybe staring at him for a bit, or I don't really know what the case may be, and left right away. And of course, there is a scene with Zoken Mato and Kotomine Kire, and they end up having a little small talk with each other, etc., about the Holy Grail and Kariya Mato. Of course, he doesn't really care much about the two anyway. It's like win the victory for the Matos or the Kariya suffering. I don't know which one. I don't know which one is more. How am I supposed to say it? More amusing. And of course, when Mato said something to Kotomine Kire that he smells the bad blood just like Kariya or something, Kotomine Kire ends up attacking him, and Zoken Mato says, we will meet again, and you will find out that your true nature, once it's ripened, is enough to rival my own. And I'm thinking in my mind, so I'm guessing Kotomine Kire is starting to become more like Zoken in a certain sense, that's able to rival his mischievous, ugly deeds, etc. Of course, for Kariya Mato, he ends up going to a church after asking himself how long can he fight and stand. And he ends up finding Kotomine Kire, but he realizes that it's a dead corpse. What makes it worse right now, which becomes very ugly, is that Aoi's son ends up showing up at the same time that Kariya was there. Well, a little bit later, that is. And we see to it that that Kariya couldn't really do anything but only gasp the situation that he's in a very ugly misunderstanding. And Aoi's son was really upset about this and said, you know, taking Sakura was not enough for you. You end up taking my husband. What the hell's wrong with you? And Kariya's trying to explain to her, no, if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have to suffer, etc. Sakura-chan would have been safe, and everything else would have been fine, but she tells him to shut up and tells him that he does not understand any of this. What the hell would you know? You never loved anyone your entire life, and of course Kariya does explain in the narration that he did love someone he put his life down on the line for. That's why he endured the pain all up until now, and he endured, and that's definitely someone he loves. And then it ends up cutting back some scenes, black screen and back scene, whoever watched this episode, that Kariya ends up strangling Aoi's son, and after couldn't move and fainting out, etc. Maybe she did faint out. I thought she was really strangled to death, but I don't know. And Kariya ends up crying in grief, realizing what he has done, and of course, Gilgamesh and Kotomine Kire was just watching in the shadows and like, hey, not too bad on your first attempt, although it's really cheap though. That's what Gilgamesh says, and he says, what are your thoughts? And Kotomine Kire is like, this tastes wine. This taste of the wine. I would like to try it once more and later in the future, etc. So, the first time I saw Kariya Mato being in that misunderstanding with Tokiomi Tosaka that was already dead in a certain sense, I, for one hand, was like, pretty dang well shocked. The moment he was starting to strangle Aoi, starting and losing his mind and going to madness and rage, I remember first time I was like, oh man, I can't really watch this, but my eye was still watching it anyway. So, yeah, I was like, oh man, this is very hard to watch because it looks like Kadia couldn't say anything. He could have said like, no, he was already dead beforehand. I didn't kill him, etc. But I don't think Aoi wouldn't even understand because out of grief or something and thinking, and since Kadia is part of the Grail War, yada yada yada. You guys get the point. Well, we'll have to find. Well, of course, we already know what's going to happen, etc. I'm just rewatching this series and recapping it just for the fun of it and prepping up for Heaven's Feel. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toodaloo.